Welcome to second edition's amazing race.
I'm standing on the outskirts of Edmonton at the City of Edmonton sign. Only 4 teams remain.
First up, Michaela and Hannah, 2 best friends from the north side.
We've been best friends for 6 months. I can't explain the ESPN we have, but we can totally read each other's minds.
Our strategy has worked for us thus far, and it's manipulation.
Ben and Taylor from Mill Woods, who've actually been dating for a long time.
I think that as the race goes on, everyone will see that we're legitimately in a relationship.
Yeah, after only a week, we're sure it's love. And it's gonna get us to the top.
Andra and Bernard, a mother and son from the west side.
Bernard and I have always had a close relationship, and I think it'll only get stronger as we win this together.
She's my mommy, and we're gonna win.
And finally, Lisa and John. Where's your partner?
He was holding me back. I don't need him to win this race. I'm a strong, independent woman.
I am so hungry. There's no way we can finish this race without me eating something.
I'm pretty sure there's a really good place at night we can stop by. Hopefully it's a challenge.
Oh my God, I gave movie tickets to Ben and Taylor and told them to go on a date.
That will for sure slow them down and put us ahead of this race.
Right.
All right, you guys ready? Everyone will meet at the Matar Conservatory. Ready, set, go!
For Andra and Bernard's first challenge, they must deliver the news in a professional manner. And Lisa must tell us what's going on in sports.
Coming up on Second Edition News.
Edmonton remembers Canadian veterans' sacrifices.
Snow removal changes you should know about.
Nate's Ahmadiyya Students Association is breaking down misconceptions.
Hello and welcome to Second Edition. I'm Andra Nikolaev.
And I'm Bernard Suin. Edmonton's largest Remembrance Day service took place at the Butterdome on Tuesday.
Veterans, air cadets, and current military members came out to honor those who lost their lives fighting for our freedom.
Remembrance Day reminds us to never forget the men and women who sacrificed their lives for our liberty.
It's time to honor all our past veterans from both world wars, as well as from the Korean War, Afghanistan, and all the conflicts that we've been involved in with the United Nations.
Mayor Don Iveson and Lieutenant Governor Donald Ethel also participated at the event, remembering the brave who lost their lives. This Edmonton resident remembers one of her family members who fought in the war for our freedom and peace.
And my grandfather has fought. Now I'm not sure if it was in World War I or World War II, and this rose is for him.
The 2014-2015 winter season will see a few changes to snow maintenance around the city. For starters, neighborhoods will now have a fixed schedule for residential blading in hope to simplify the process for residents.
The idea being it doesn't matter what day of the week we start. You're going to be the Friday or you're going to be the Thursday.
A proposal has also been made to City Council to change snow removal procedures around schools to extend the windrow-free zone to improve safety in those areas.
We proposed that we would pick up those windrows on the opposite side of the school to clear both sides in the windrow-free zone on a more frequent basis. Basically, after every significant snowfall, we'd start on that program and pick those up.
The final change is a pilot project that will introduce a one-sided street parking ban in an attempt to improve convenience and flow in residential communities during the winter season.
The Canadian government announced new policies for funding new infrastructure projects around the province. The announcement states that the term for the gas tax fund will now change from yearly to 10 years. The government says this will provide stable and long-term funding for local infrastructure projects.
The new Building Canada plan is $53 billion over 10 years, the biggest commitment that a federal government has ever made to support provincial and local infrastructure by many orders of magnitude.
Edmonton is not left alone in the funding. The city will receive $44 million from the fund, which will allow the city to pay for future projects like the LRT expansion.
The Ahmadiyya Student Association at NAIT is putting on an event called Stop the Crisis, which will take place on November 28th for the purpose of breaking down stereotypes and misconceptions about Muslim communities.
Islam means peace.
We are holding this event throughout Canada, and same event we did at City Hall. So purpose is to promote peace.
Canadian Muslims held a solidarity rally at City Hall last Saturday to condemn the recent acts of violence in Ottawa.
And the reason we are doing this, we just want to give education to our young generation.
The ASA wants their fellow Canadians to know that the vast majority of Muslims do not share the same violent mentalities of radicals that have been gaining negative attention.
The Edmonton Capital City Cleanup Project revealed its newest mural celebrating 4 local universities, including NAIT.
2, 3. Thank you.
Since opening NAIT's doors over 5 decades ago, we've worked hard to provide students with the knowledge and skills to increase the province's competitiveness and productivity.
This latest mural is dedicated to the post-secondary schools in our city and reminds us that together we make a difference in our community.
And this one in particular was dedicated to post-secondary schools and the value that the post-secondary institutions have in our city.
The Giants of Edmonton mural program is part of Edmonton's Capital City Cleanup Project to reduce graffiti vandalism by installing beautiful artwork on walls and buildings.
The Mustard Seed received a very generous donation of an item that they say is often overlooked in terms of donations. The underwear drive, known as Got Ginch or Need Knickers, has been held for the past 6 years nationwide, with similar Got Ginch drives happening from Vancouver to Toronto.
Instead of donating cash, I'd like to make a difference and buy something for you guys. So what is it that you need? And pretty quickly they responded and said underwear, or as we're calling them, Ginch.
The underwear drive, which took place on Monday, brought in 5,000 pairs of new underwear to the Mustard Seed for men and women.
It's been amazing. People have really stepped up to support this.
Lisa, how did the Ooks do at the Soccer Nationals this weekend?
Well, the men placed 4th, but the women brought home silver. NAIT had a large presence this past weekend at the CCAA Soccer Nationals. Women's soccer began on Wednesday with a win in the quarterfinal against MSVU 3-0. On to the semifinal, another win for the girls against Hunsett College 2-0. In the final game, the women's team fell 4-0 to FX Garneau from Quebec, leaving the girls with the silver medal. Men's soccer placed 4th, and NAIT's Kayla Michaels was named the CCAA Women's Soccer Player of the Year. Moving on to basketball, the NAIT's men's team took on Lakeland College on Friday. NAIT starts the scoring with Alvin Parker sending the ball to Donnie Moss, who makes a quick pass to Connor Dolson, who puts it in for 2. Lakeland's Evan Halleck attempts to get something going for his side, denied by Parker, who nails the layup for another 2. Second quarter, Lakeland with several chances but just can't seem to make anything happen, putting up a meager 7 points in the quarter. Parker again takes the ball up the court, quick pass to Moss, and it's good. Parker shared his thoughts on his team's performance.
Staying together. We play together, so when we play together on offense, on defense, it translates to offense, and that's what happened today, I think.
The Ooks destroyed Lakeland College in a 111-48 blowout. After an impressive season of 12 wins and 6 losses, the Edmonton Eskimos are getting ready for the Western semifinals. The Esks are preparing for the match against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Matt Nichols has been named starting quarterback after Mike Riley's foot injury in the game against BC.
Comfortable about either one all year. Like I've been saying, I don't really know much about Mike's situation, but I'm very confident in Matt, you know what I mean? And I think that's one of the pluses we had at the beginning of this year, and I think it's starting to show up right now. So I think that's just an extra with the team that we had this year.
Nichols says he is prepared for the game on Sunday.
We are named the guy that's going to be starting. It's a lot easier to prepare, and I'm taking it very seriously. I'm doing everything I can to get better from last week, and I fully expect this team to play much better than we did last week.
If the Esks win this game, they will go on to play Calgary for the Western Finals. The game kicks off at 2:30 at Commonwealth Stadium. The Canadian Finals Rodeo was in town this weekend, and it was all bulls, blood, dust, and mud.
Part of this dirt is 41 years old. They've been using the same dirt.
The CFR brought in people from all over Canada to get a chance to watch and mingle with some
I
cowboys.
just love the atmosphere. It's a great chance to meet cowboys, cowgirls. You can mingle with them, chat with them. The fans are awesome, and it's a great show.
From bull riding to barrel racing, the rodeo had something for everyone to enjoy. I caught a little bareback bronco riding, which seemed painful, but according to Jesse Torkelson, if done right, is quite the experience.
It's dangerous, but we consider ourselves professionals, and as crazy as it seems to a lot of people, we know what we're doing, and we do everything we can to keep ourselves safe so we can ride for longer.
This year, the CFR brought out 90,000 people over the course of 3 days.
Wow, Lisa, that looks pretty dangerous.
It sure does, but they seem to know what they're doing.
That's all for news and sports. Thanks for watching Second Edition.
Hannah is only slowing me down in this race. I'm always having to tell her facts just to raise her IQ. I am so sick of Michaela. She's such a know-it-all. She's always telling me facts. Like, I don't care. Did you know that head shaving is the most reused challenge of the Amazing Race? Did you know that 2014 marked the 25th season of the Amazing Race? The Amazing Race crew is over 2,000 people. The Amazing Race averages 10 million views per season. India is the most visited country of the Amazing Race. You know the Amazing Race has won 10 out of 12 Emmy nominations since 2003? Hannah, I think I see our challenge. Hannah and Michaela, here's your challenge. One of you must host a cooking show with Ernest. Good luck, contestants. Hannah, you got this one. I know you can do it. Go for it!
See how Hannah does with the challenge after the break.
Are you ready to hear your music on NR92? To hear your song, call 780-471-8833 or tweet us at NR92 with your request. NR92, the station for the students.
I wonder what Artie's up to. Hey, Artie! Artie! What you up to, mate?
Huh? What's Mac want? Yeah, Mac, I'm just perched here in this tree doing bird stuff.
Wanna go grab some grasshoppers there, mate? I hear they're delicious.
Are you talking about the big rock grasshopper or that gross bug?
Of course I'm talking about the big rock grasshopper. Why would I want to eat some bugs?
I don't know, mate. That's why I asked you, Yawenka.
Oh, call me a wanker, will ya? I'm out of here.
Big Rock Grasshopper Wheat Ale. The early bird gets the best pint.
When you can't be at the game, Ooks Hockey is only a click away on NR92.
Tune in for all home games broadcast live. Can't be in the stands? You can still be a fan.
Only on NR92.com, the station for the students.
Sports fans, we got you covered.
NR92 hosts a number of sports-themed shows, including live broadcasts of Ooks Hockey.
Y'all ready for this?
NR92.com, the station for sports, the station for the student.
Hey there, lady. What are you doing? Oh, you're making a drink. Having a little trouble with that ice? Here, let me take that ice. Really, it's no problem. I'm gonna grab my traditional and give it a little bang, bang, bang. That's right, I'm breaking the ice with a big rock. There, done. You're welcome. Oh my. You're still gonna make that girly drink, eh? Oops. Here, have a big rock instead. Touch it. Here's to you, little lady. Be traditional. Break the ice with a big rock. Or you can wait for it to melt.
Don't just listen. Connect with our DJs. Check out our show schedules and participate in our contests. Listen, click, connect. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Do you want to be in the know?
Catch NR92 Entertainment weekdays at 12:34.
Get entertainment highlights and info on upcoming events.
Up-to-date entertainment in 60 seconds.
NR92.
It's hard to find new music first. With the click of a mouse, NR92 makes it easy with the new Music Nooner. Weekdays at 12:30. The new Music Nooner. Discover the undiscovered. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm your host, Hannah Tita, and I'm joined by Chef Josh Ward. So Josh, I always buy my my barbecue sauce from a bottle when I go to the grocery store, so I'm really excited to try it from scratch. What kind of sauce are we making?
Today we're going to be making a traditional tomato molasses-based barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to add all the ingredients into the pot, and then we're going to cook it for about an hour.
Okay.
Just to pasteurize it, and then it'll have about a 6-month shelf life.
Okay, perfect.
So first we'll add all the wet ingredients, and then we'll add the dry ingredients last.
All right.
So first I have some soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
And then some ketchup.
Okay. Is there a specific kind of tomato paste that you use for this?
No, just any tomato paste that you can find in the grocery store will work.
All right.
And some yellow mustard. And some honey.
That's really
As
good.
you can see, there's a lot of ingredients that go into making this.
Yes.
Some white vinegar.
All right.
A little touch of Tabasco.
So you can add as much.
Oh
or
yeah,
as
that's
little as
mostly
you'd
for
like.
seasoning. The most important parts are going to be your sugar, your molasses, and your tomato products.
Okay, perfect.
That was the molasses. We'll
That
add
sounds
some
really good.
Worcester sauce. And if you want to hand me the dry ingredients, we'll get those in.
So
we have some onion powder. And some garlic powder.
Okay.
And a special spice mix that I have.
All right.
And then the brown sugar.
Why do you add brown sugar?
Brown sugar basically will balance out the acidity that's in there as well.
All right.
And if you'll pour the water as I'm mixing.
Sure. Do you always use water?
No, you can use stocks, you can use basically any type of flavoring ingredient.
Okay.
And then once you have everything blended together, you'll just bring it up to a simmer and let it cook for about an hour.
Okay, perfect. So why do you have it on low temperature?
Because the higher it gets, the more chance it'll have to burn.
All right.
And I find with thicker sauces, if you cook it too high, it'll bubble and it kind of spits at you. It's kind of painful.
That smells amazing. Thank you so much
You're very
for showing
welcome.
us, Josh.
Not a
If you
problem.
would like to try this recipe at home, go to natenewswatch.ca and click on the second edition tab.
For this week's viral video, we'll take a look at one of the lighter moments of the Amazing Race.
Hard. Do what you gotta do to make it go right into that guy.
You're getting hit hard, buddy.
Just focus.
I'm not giving up. I'm just getting frustrated.
This looks promising.
You got this, sister. You were super, super close.
Yeah, you got this, sister.
Night, who's boss?
Wait, let's see that in slow-mo. Oh! And again. And once more.
Are you okay?
I can't feel my face.
Just be thankful that's not you.
I have the worst headache ever.
I don't doubt it.
Okay, so what do we do now?
I'd take 5.
You have to finish.
What?
There's no how.
I can't even see straight.
They don't call it the Amazing Race for nothing.
Ben and Taylor totally fell for our trick.
I totally saw them going to the theater together.
Manipulation wins again.
This week we'll be taking a look at the movie Rat Race, which stars John Cleese, Whoopi Goldberg, Seth Green, and Rowan Atkinson, among others.
This movie takes place in the early 2000s between the cities of Las Vegas, Nevada, and Silver City, New Mexico.
You just can't pick people at random.
I can do anything I like, Owen. I'm eccentric.
In this unconventional ensemble comedy film, 6 teams of 1 or 2 people are told to race to Silver City so that they can win $2 million. At first, the reason for the race is unknown, but then we see that it's just a ploy for Donald Sinclair to get a bunch of millionaires to invest in his casino by catering to their gambling tendencies.
Party like that? $3,000.
Okay, 3,000 is the quote. Who had 3,000?
Carlton had 2,800. He's the closest.
Nick Schaefer ends up in a helicopter with Tracy Fawcett. Vera Baker and her daughter Morel steal a rocket car. Enrico Polini, who has narcolepsy, spends the first half asleep, but then gets to Silver City on a train. Owen Templeton gets run into the desert by a taxi driver and then poses as a bus driver. Randy Pear keeps the race a secret from his family and then drives Hitler's car. Dwayne Cody and his brother Blaine chase someone who stole their key and a hot air balloon.
This movie is so ridiculous, which the cast does a good job taking advantage of, but what gets it for me is the plot twists. The ways that each team get there are so ridiculous, and it kept me on my toes for the whole movie. The ending is a little cheesy, but I still give this movie 4.5 Mr. Beans out of 5.
For me, this movie is so boring. I thought a lot of the things were overdone and the humor dry, and the plot, it just, with the ever-changing teams, I couldn't keep up with it. I give this movie 2 Mr. Beans out of 5.
We're gonna win! I see the finish line!
Sorry, Hannah and Michaela, you're dead last. You've been eliminated from the Amazing Race.
Oh, it's your fault we lost. You took too long with that challenge.
My fault? How is any of this my fault? You run like a penguin.
I can't believe we lost this. I really thought we had it in the bag.
Tune in next time to watch the final 3 teams battle it out in the Amazing Race.